right, welcome. It is Tuesday night, and this is Paranormal Reality TV with JV and Britt. And first thing I need to get out of the way here, as far as discussions go, is I need to talk a little bit about this Instagram post I saw from this doctor. I have no idea who this was, and I don't usually pay attention to any of this stuff. But I noticed that this guy was talking about Diet Coke and joint pain. And he said that he had a patient of his who came in with severe joint pain in knees and wrists, finger joints, whatever it is. And that this patient said that they were going to try eliminating Diet Coke from their diet and see if it made any difference to their joint pain. And a couple months later, this patient came back, and sure enough, by eliminating the Diet Coke, all the joint pain went away. And this doctor was very skeptical, and this doctor had some similar joint pain getting into, he was in his 50s or 60s, so I don't know, but he had joint pain, trouble, as he described it, trouble getting up off the floor because his knees hurt, that kind of thing. And he was a Diet Coke drinker. He said he would drink 32 ounces of Diet Coke in a day. It's a couple of cans, 3 cans. And rookie mistake again.
Rookie.
Anyway, so he decided he was going to give that a shot, and he did the same thing. And he said, sure enough, it went away. Okay, we're watching. Oh my God. Anyway, so apparently my story isn't that important to Britt. So he.
No, continue.
Yeah,
continue. I'm listening.
I will continue.
My girlfriend is leaving the building late, and she's the only one in the building, and she's got to get to her car. So she called me in case the Jekyll shows up and snatches her into the spaceship in the parking lot on her way to the car.
Why don't we put a camera on her, put a mobile camera that we can watch her when this happens? We can throw her right up on the screen, and everybody can watch.
If I put a mobile camera on her, she would castrate me in the middle of the night.
Okay, well, that would be it.
We
would want a camera for that too, by the way. Anyway, so my story, which you completely ruined, was that this doctor said it worked for him, and then he wanted to experiment, so he started drinking the Diet Coke again, and sure enough, his joint pain came back, and he stopped, and now it's gone. So I'm curious if there's anybody in our audience that has had a similar experience with that. Now, I don't drink a lot of Diet. I mean, some people would say I drink a lot. I tend to have 1 can of Diet Coke a night.
How many do you drink? How many cans do you drink a day of Diet Coke?
Under normal circumstances?
Be honest.
Under normal circumstances. 1. Maybe 2.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't drink it that much. I had 1 glass of Diet Coke today. This is a 20-ounce glass, probably, maybe 16. I'm not even sure. I had 1 because I just like at this time of night. I like a little bit of a caffeine jolt, so I'll have 1 of these Diet Coke, and that helps. Or when we're
investigating, that's like 2 cans. That's 2 cans right there.
No, it isn't. A can is 24
2 cans
ounces.
in that glass.
Can is 12 ounces. This is a 20-ounce glass, when it started, it was completely filled with ice. So probably half of it is Diet Coke, and the other half ice. That's 10 ounces.
We need to do a test. I think you need to go get a can of Diet Coke and fill it with ice and then pour it in there and see how many cans you can get in that glass.
I already know I can't get a full can in that glass when I have it filled with ice. I already know that. And I usually have about 1/3 of the can left that I have to add as I drink it. So, yeah, he's like plotting with his girlfriend. He's like, oh, I'm giving him a hard time. Yeah, I know what's going on over there.
I am not. She's just laughing at me because we're having the Diet Coke. Because I drink way too much Coke. Actually, my jam is Dr. Pepper. Although right now, I'm actually having a Silver Bullet.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Adult beer drinker.
I'm living on the edge.
Yeah, you are.
But I drink way too much Dr. Pepper. And I probably do 32.
Yeah, but you don't drink the 64. Diet stuff. And this guy's point was it's the aspartame in Diet Coke that is causing the joint issues. So I don't know. I might give it a...
I used to drink Diet Dr. Pepper. A lot of it.
Okay.
So I just recently stopped doing it. I just figured it's all killing us. I might as well have the good shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't consider it the good shit. I actually don't like regular soda now. If I like a regular Coke, it's disgusting to me. It's so syrupy and sweet and gross.
Syrupy?
Yeah. I mean, regular soda with sugar in it. It is so... Once I made that conversion, there's no going back. You can't drink regular soda anymore. It's just too sickening, sweet, and gross.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God. It's so disgusting.
Yeah, I think I think I need to cut it out somehow, but I'm so addicted to it.
Which part?
I just can't.
You're addicted to the
just the Coke itself, and in general, just
yeah.
Like
yeah.
I quit once in my life for about a year, and then I fell off the wagon again. It was like it was almost worse than trying to quit cigarettes. Although I never smoked, so I don't quite know. But but we're also living till our till 80s and 90s. I mean, we're living a good long time, even drinking this crap. So
Guth,
I mean, how bad is it really?
Guth in our YouTube chat says no. There's no correlation of Diet Coke and joint pain. He says this doctor is doing and eating something else. He says, I'm assuming it's he, might be a she, I don't know. I drink about 8 cans a day when I want to lose fat for the summer, and apparently you don't have any joint pain. I don't know how old you are. Guth, your name says Guth 1980. I'm assuming maybe you were born in 1980, which means you're, 43? So you're a little younger than we are, so maybe it hasn't caught up to you yet. I don't know, but I'm encouraged by that, but I'm still going to try. Now, Heather says, I can't get past the aftertaste of diet soda. I get that, Heather. That's the way I was in the beginning. But again, you do it for just a couple of times, and all of a sudden, you can't get past the syrupy, sweet, yucky taste of regular. You can't go back. The sugar is bad. Well, that's what I keep saying, Guth. I keep saying, okay, pick your poison here. What's worse, the aspartame and Diet Coke, or the sugar and the fat it puts on your body? Because that'll cause more problems for you health-wise than aspartame probably. So I don't know. I think probably the best thing to do is drink water. I should probably learn how to just drink water. But I need something with caffeine.
It's called coffee in your water. You filter your water.
You know what's funny?
Through the coffee.
So that's a great point, but I can't. It's something weird. Like if I drink coffee, from 1 in the afternoon on, I get jittery. I drink 2 cups in the morning, I'm fine. If I drink 1 cup after dinner or something, I get all jittery. It's really weird. Diet Coke doesn't do that to me. It's very strange.
Yeah, but you eat dinner at you eat dinner at midnight.
It's true. I'm actually not talking about.
Fact, you only eat at midnight.
Well, that's sometimes true too. But I guess my point is, if I have coffee in the afternoon or into the evening, it makes me very jittery. So I don't know what the happy medium is here. Speaking of mediums, hi, Ghost Sisters. Hey, Mandy. Hi, Mandy. I've got to talk to you about how you're using your mic because you're not using it right, Mandy. I saw you the other night, and we've got to talk about mic placement and positioning so that you get the best sound out of that microphone. Hey, Gordon, good to see you.
Are you stalking her?
No, I'm not. I'm not, but you spelled Mandy wrong, so I just point that out.
I totally did. I'm trying to do too many things at once.
We need to get some of the.
I spelled my kids' names wrong too. So
we need to get the shirt made that takes the quote from Britt. When I called him, I said, "Download is 1 word. It's not 2 words." Britt. He goes, "My brain knows it's 2 words. No, I know it's 2 words, but I know it's 1 word, but my brain wants to spell it as 2 words." Okay.
Yes,
you had odds with your brain. Okay. Yeah. If you and your brain are fighting,
a lot of times I know, and then. Have you ever? I mean, maybe not you because you're a grammar Nazi, so you really focus on that. But how many people you'll type out a post and you watch it, and you hit send, and then 8 minutes later you go back and look at the post for whatever reason, and it's like, where did that? How did I don't remember typing that. Yeah. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can't spell for shit as it is in general. I mean, I actually downloaded onto my phone the little IA help tool with your where you download as part of your keyboard. It's artificial intelligence and AI, that too. And my problem with that is I worked for a company that was industrial asphalt, and we called it IA. Right. And I did that for 20 years of my life, so it's ingrained. But even that thing, sometimes I'll hit it and it'll just sit back. What the fuck you trying to say?
Yeah.
I even stump artificial intelligence, so But in my head, it makes sense. So, you know what? When you asked me onto this adventure, you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, I did. I absolutely did.
Witches.
Witches. Yeah, there's very different meanings.
Although that I do know.
Do you know there?
I do. Okay. That I do know.
Do you know your?
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
You are. Your meaning you. And I don't know what the other one's for. The YOUR shows possession. It's yours. Your. Go get your book. The apostrophe RE is you are going somewhere. You are whatever.
Wow, that's impressive.
And what's the other your?
There is not another one.
Okay.
Unless you're talking about
your.
YORE, as in the days of yore.
Oh, yeah, there's that. Okay, but that's a different spelling.
Yes.
Well, but there and there's a different
They're
spelling.
all different spelling.
2, 2, and 2. You know, I get those, but sometimes my brain just doesn't. Like I'll do a post and I'll spell it out and I will put, YOU apostrophe RE in my head. That's what I'm putting down there because I'm saying you are going somewhere. I hit send and I look back and it's YOUR. Now, did the fucking thing autocorrect to that?
Yeah.
Or did my fingers type something completely different than what my brain wanted?
Yeah,
But for me, when I had dyslexia, when I was in the 5th grade, my first day of 5th grade, and I could not read or write a single word, and they sent me over to Chapman University for all the little testy things they did, there was 100 of us kids that were jacked up dyslexics, and they basically trained us how to spell by typing, which is a different part of your body, your brain, than handwriting. So it's literally a completely different part of my brain for typing to try and spell. So
how does that impact our children today who are no longer being taught how to write cursive in school? They're really not being taught how to write by hand at all. Everything is done on a keyboard. If that's a different part of the brain, what's happening? What's happening there?
My 16-year-old, who's a sophomore, they just reinstituted cursive writing. They're going to start teaching them cursive writing again.
Oh, good.
In the high school out in. Yeah, exactly.
Good.
But they can't read the original Constitution because that's all cursive.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to, that meme that goes around, I mean, it's a legitimate thing. If we want to totally train wreck the millennials and Gen Zers, give them a stick shift and tell them to read, the cursive right.
I know, it's true. It's really scary.
They're done.
And a rotary phone.
Done.
And a rotary phone. Give them a rotary phone too. Yeah.
Oh, that is such a great meme or little video clip where that grandma took her grandkids, pulled out the rotary phone and said, make a phone, and filmed it and said, make a phone call, and they couldn't figure it out.
Really? I didn't see that.
There's a reel out there on that. It's amazing. It's got like 13 million views or something like that. It's amazing. But the kids were genuinely stumped.
That's funny.
On how to make the rotary phone work. It was hilarious.
That is funny.
And then, there was that TikTok challenge that was going around for a while about 6 months ago, how to write without lifting your pen. Write a sentence without lifting your pen. I mean, it's like, it's cursive writing. Come on.
Right. It's funny. Speaking of rotary phones and all of that, I went to a friend of mine, a childhood friend of mine was renewing his vows with his wife, and it was really a Halloween party, but they renewed their vows before the party. It was kind of cool. And it was here locally. He lives in St. Louis, which is actually very, very close to where we're headed in a couple days. So he had this party, and we just sat and laughed, he and I, about reminiscing about all this stuff. And as we're sitting there, I said, 432-8912. That's your phone number. I still remember your phone number from when we were kids. How many people now remember a phone number? I don't even think I could tell you what my kids' phone numbers are right now. You know what I mean?
714-974-2086. That is.
Don't be giving out your kids' phone numbers on the live stream.
No. That's the phone number. That's the phone number. That's my mom's phone number.
Oh, okay. So you just gave out your mom's.
She's had that phone numbers. Yeah, she likes to talk. She's had the same phone number since 1979.
Yeah, well,
which is when I was 11.
I know.
When we moved to Orange. It's still hanging on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, when my mother passed away in 2017, she still had the same phone number from when I first remember having a phone as a kid. I mean, 607-432-1012. But anyway, just the fact that we used to remember phone numbers. Anyway, I mean, I had a bank of phone numbers in my head that was a mile long. You had to remember phone numbers,
Yeah. So you know what I did? Because I ran my phone over once, and I was out in the middle of nowhere type of thing. I was having car problems, and I broke my phone. And I couldn't remember a fucking number at all to call anybody. Even somebody, hey, can I borrow your phone? I just got to call.
You wouldn't know how to call.
I literally, So I literally downloaded my contact list and printed it, and in both my work trucks, in the glove box, is a list of people's phone numbers.
Can I just
names and phone numbers? Names and phone numbers.
That's great. But really, I mean, you only need to know one or two numbers for emergency contact. You know, there's like 2 or 3 important
That depends
people.
on where you're at.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But
And
if you get a hold of them,
off my girlfriend is at me, so I need more than just that because she may not answer.
That's your that's
you know, and then
thing.
my mom won't answer. My mom will not answer a number she doesn't recognize.
Well, that's the other part of it. You call from a payphone if you can. I don't even know if you can find a payphone anymore. But you call from a stranger's phone. There's a good chance that whoever you're calling is not going to pick it up. Not going to pick it up. They don't want that.
Right? Because it's a spam, and you can't text from a payphone.
So at
least if you borrow a phone from somebody, you can text and say, "Hey, it's me, fucker, pick up."
Right. So you have this situation where you get into some kind of vehicle wreck. You're lying there, and a stranger's phone tumbles down the hill from the other car. You reach out, you grab the stranger's phone. You've got, a minute and a half of life left in your body, and you dial. And if you get somebody on the other end of that phone, they can get you help. If you don't, it's going to be too late for Britt. There's a good chance they're not going to answer.
Right. Exactly. So that's why I have multiple numbers listed, so I can just go right down the line. Somebody will answer eventually. And like if I get to like more of an acquaintance, I can say, look. We both know my brother. Can you call my brother and tell him to call this number and answer it or whatever that I'm calling?
Oh my God!
Because at least he can get in because he'll be in the contact list.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's my thought process about it. But then I also have a forever lighter in there and other a space blanket in case I get cold. And,
in case you get cold on Mars.
prepared.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Janice points out you got to just remember 3 numbers. 911. I mean, that's kind of the important number, right?
Well, but how are they? But you don't call 911 because you have a blowout and you can't find your phone for some reason or it's not working for whatever. I mean, you don't call 911 for that. I mean, geez, you call 911 for a shooting in LA and they'll say we'll be there in 28 minutes.
Right.
Duck.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're in Detroit, you're lucky if they show up for that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Janice, thank you for the stars on Facebook. Very generous of you. Hey, Taryn. Hi, we can't wait to be part of Paranormal Brew. I think that's tomorrow night we're doing that. Taryn, confirm that for us, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Who else haven't I have? Terry, hello. Lorelei from British Columbia. Hi there. Listen, I love the name Lorelei because there's a song by Styx. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's called Lorelei. Plus, in Germany, there's the Legend of Die Lorelei, which I'm sure you've heard about all that. I love that name. Anyway, let's see. Well, if I said hello, Wendy, hey. Pip, hey. Good to see you. And Scooter and Heather and Iowa. Iowa Joe says that they make caffeinated water. It's called Water Joe. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, that's true.
Have you tried it?
That is true.
Sounds disgusting, but maybe. I mean, all I can think about is water that has a hint of a coffee flavor, and I don't want that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if Tanisha's in the chats at all, but my 2 pounds of amazing coffee showed up this morning.
Oh, there you go.
So, and I'm just about out of the bag that she gave us. So,
wow.
Yeah, whatever this coffee is, I mean, it's just amazing and it's delish, and I love coffee. But it's so good. It's a coffee with a chocolate and
I think it's Buckeye. It's Buckeye
peanut butter mix.
So
yeah, it's the Buckeye stuff.
Yeah, Buckeyes are Ohio's not only the Buckeye state, but Buckeyes are peanut butter chocolate candies, and they're amazing.
Oh, are they?
They make Reese's Pieces, or Reese's peanut butter cups, which I love. They make them like child's play. It's like child's play.
Oh,
these things are so much better. These Buckeyes. Oh my God, they're so good.
Well, I'm gonna try and eliminate the complete chemical makeup, French vanilla creamer. Which is apparently so bad for you.
Yeah, it's like
so. But with this Buckeye coffee mix, I'm going to see if I can drink it without the creamer in it, and if I can get used to drinking my coffee black.
I tried that. Let me tell you why I stopped. I did it for like 3 months, and I was actually getting kind of used to it. But you know why I stopped? Because all my coffee mugs, all my light-colored coffee mugs were developing this interior coffee stain from the black coffee. Doesn't happen when you've got cream in your coffee, but when you have strictly black coffee, it stains the inside of the cup. And I thought to myself, if it's doing that to the cup, it's probably doing that to my teeth. And I don't want coffee-stained teeth for the rest of my life. So I stopped.
Well, so you think the creamer will eliminate the stained part?
It doesn't do it in the cup when you use creamer. If you use creamer in your coffee, the coffee cup does not stain. I'm assuming.
Well, you know why that is, don't you?
Oh, you can tell me. Go ahead.
It's because the chemicals in the cream coat the cup so the coffee stain doesn't stick to it. So it's doing that to your insides too. That's why you poop so much when you have a lot of creamer in your coffee.
First of all, you didn't need to go there. Secondly, I don't know that that's necessarily true. Cream is just a dairy product like any other, and that's fine. I mean, I drink.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about heavy cream. I'm talking about the fake French vanilla.
Yeah, I don't drink that stuff. I don't use that stuff. I just use regular old half and half.
God, aren't you boring?
No, it's perfectly fine. Anyway, so I stopped trying to drink black coffee, which I really made an effort to do because of the way it stained coffee mugs. I'm assuming it stains my teeth the same way, and I didn't want that. Oh, man.
Probably. I used to work with a guy who would drink 42,000 cups a day. Like, he always had a cup of coffee in one hand and a cigarette in the other.
Oh, God.
And, his teeth were disgusting.
So,
and then he was one of those guys that likes to get close to you to talk. So
no, that doesn't work.
Continue.
Does not work.
Yeah.
I just want to say our good friend Rob has checked into the chat in Facebook, and he wants to know, what about, we were talking about chocolate and Buckeyes and all that stuff. He said, what about fudge from Uranus? That was pretty good.
That was actually really good.
Yeah.
We don't want to tell people how we got it out of the Uranus, but, you know.
That joke will never get old. That'll never get old, that joke.
Never get old.
What, Rob, what was the name? What is the name of
fudge from my Uranus?
No, he didn't say my Uranus. He wants some fudge from my Uranus.
He wants some fudge from the Uranus.
Yeah. What was it? What was that place called? Uranus Fudge Company?
Nothing of a day won't solve.
Oh, my God. Oh, all right. So people, we're just kind of fooling around here as people file in. We're getting a lot of folks checking in with what we're doing, so we wanted to give them time. We're going to do a couple things. We've got a few clips that we want to play of some more moments during our last few investigations. We don't have a lot. We've got a couple more that we're going to need some help on. We want to get some interpretation from you folks.
Do we?
Go ahead.
Do we know Cop 350 ZX? Do you know that person?
I don't know personally.
A YouTube chat.
I don't know personally, but I've been quoting Cop and talking to Cop. That's not the same Cop.
He said,
we had Cop.
He made a very nice.
Last stream we were quoting and talking to Cop. Yes.
To someone. Oh, well, he made a very nice post.
Going to share it, or you're just going to tease me with it?
Oh, I mean, I guess I could. I mean, it's a little. I like to tease you, big boy. He said, not sure why, but JV and Britt remind me of myself somewhat. I like hanging out here. Ha ha. What topic are you after tonight? Trivia? College? Cheats? What is this whole college cheat thing that's been going around? I don't understand.
No idea.
Somebody cheated?
I have no idea. What you're talking a foreign language to me right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. It says Google cheat. It's kind of in my blur zone. Trivia Google cheats is what he said, not trivia college cheats.
Yeah, still don't know what that is.
I don't either. Maybe he will expand upon that. Anyway, I just thought it was nice that he said he likes to hang out here.
Yeah, I think it's really nice. I'm going to put that up here. Oh, no, that's Harold Butts.
Oh, wrong one.
The heck? How do you?
Wrong one.
Try this one. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, now we're getting automatic stuff.
Oh, it just jumped to Joe.
Anyway.
What the hell is that all about?
I have no idea. I just set it up on the fly here, so it's probably not set up correctly. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to play a couple of evidence clips, some things that we caught, get your opinion, talk about it a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about our upcoming investigation. We're only a couple of days away from our next live, Friday and Saturday night this week. We'll be at Cooper Hill Village near Bland, Missouri. This place is supposed to be spectacular, and it'll be our first visit. The Ghost Sisters will be with us. They've been there before. They've been our case managers seemingly for the last 2 months. Basically, we've done a number of investigations with them, and we've got another one set up with them coming up in November too. But anyway, we'll be talking.
Oh my God!
Talking,
yeah, you're right.
Talking a little bit about that. Yeah. And then we're going to end the night with some trivia. I've got some paranormal Halloween trivia that we'll have some fun with at the end of the night. It's near Bland, Missouri, Iowa, which is near St. Louis.
We need to. Janice just pointed out. She said, "Congratulations with the show being such a hit." You know, we did for the first time break 1 million eyeballs.
Yeah.
So, however, all the analytics work underneath the hood, according to Facebook, was that was Facebook and YouTube numbers combined, or was that just Facebook numbers?
It's combined. It's combined. It's majority of the views are coming from Facebook right now, but it is combined. Other sources as well added to that.
Yeah, so we broke it keeps a running tally at 28 days. So like today pops on, the 29th day falls off type of thing. And for the first time, we broke 1 million eyeballs in a 1 month stretch. So that is pretty crazy to think about, that 1 million people look at us. I wonder how many of them run from us, but you know, the count happened. So
everybody,
thank you for all of you guys that are watching.
Yes, thank you for that. And the nice thing about it is, as Britt pointed out, it's a rolling total. And the fact that it's climbing like that means that, you know, there's a lot more happening in more recent history than there is in older history. So the momentum is in the right direction, and that's terrific. And we're anxious to see how the numbers look when we do the live streams on Friday and Saturday night at Cooper Hill Village, as we do that investigation, because people seem to really enjoy not just the live investigations. There are a lot of those, but the live investigations at the quality that we're able to present them in with all the stuff that we've bought to employ on these investigations, Britt. I mean, it's high quality stuff.
Yeah. And what's crazy, well, number one, I want to say that just coming off of Brownella Cottage and Ura. Help me. Thank you, Ura Shrine, and particularly, I mean, the Ura Shrine was way off the chart. I mean, the gift that keeps on giving was crazy. I'm hoping that this place is just half as active as Ura Shrine. But man, that Ura Shrine was a crazy place, and I want to go back. Hopefully, the gatekeeper will let us come back there now that we know what we're in for.
Right.
We might be able to approach it a little differently, a little more, but it's amazing. But you know, the other thing is we're collecting more equipment as we go. I mean, I won't show you. But I just bought this reel of Cat 6 extra heavy duty shielded cable, 300 feet of it. So we're going to be able to run that out and have good. We're working on our audio to make sure it stays better, but we're going to be able to run that out over to other buildings and stuff, and then have great audio. We'll plug in. That's just behind the scenes stuff. But all that problem we have with our audio, that people, you know, oh, it's scratchy, it's fading in and out. We're really working hard on trying to fix that issue, which basically just requires buying more stuff. It's funny, we go out, we think we have it handled. Oh, this is a problem. We buy stuff, fix that problem, then something else pops up. It's like, Jesus criminy. But my dumb ass, I had it shipped to my house. I should have had it drop shipped to JV's house, because now I got to travel with it. And 300 feet of Cat 6 shielded cable is about 12 pounds.
Yeah, you should have had it sent to me.
And I got to fly with that.
Yeah. So there's a reason why most professionally produced ghost hunting programs are edited and presented on a TV or even YouTube. There's a reason why they're recorded and then edited and then shown, because that's a heck of a lot easier than doing it live like we do. And those little glitches we have, these are the problems that are just endemic in doing a live broadcast, particularly one as complicated as we've been doing. So as Britt said, as we try to figure out little nuances, ways to solve these little problems, we get better each time. And we're really proud of that. And hopefully the experience gets better each time as well. I mean, that's kind of what we're hoping for. So, yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine if all we did this was, you know, an edited version? God, we could just fly places. We wouldn't have to drive. You wouldn't have to drive with all that equipment, all those monitors, all those stuff. We just show up, film it, leave, edit it, post it.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, there's a place for that stuff, but that's not what we want to do. We want it to be raw. We want it to be real. We want it to be genuine. We want it to be honest. And we want it to be fun, all of those things. And we work hard with each of these investigations to make that happen.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till I hope one day we get to have a sit-down meeting with Jesus live streaming. Man, do you think we would get some numbers?
I think we'd get some pretty good numbers if that happened. Yeah, if we ever got that.
I think Men in Black would show up from the government and go, no, we can't have that happening.
Probably.
Confiscate all of our stuff.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, just to sum all this stuff up before we get into the, no dramatic music. Exactly. To sum all this up before we get into some of this evidence stuff that we wanted to share with you guys, your support makes all of this possible. I mean, Britt and I, regardless of how this is going to work, we're going to be reaching out of our pockets to make this stuff happen. It's just the way it is. It's too expensive. There's even networks are having trouble paying for this stuff to happen anymore, and they've cut way back. You probably have noticed that if you're a fan of watching those programs. So we're not going to stop reaching into our pockets to make this happen, but anything you can do to help us out is greatly appreciated. And the best way to do it is a subscription on Facebook. I'm going to for as much as we hate Facebook, Facebook makes it very easy, and all the money comes directly to our efforts as opposed to them taking a chunk of it. But if you're not a Facebook fan,
holy shit, Big Hair Tsunami is in the house.
Big Hair comes in.
Thank you, Big Hair.
Guns a-blazing.
Oh,
boom, boom, boom.
But the one problem with Facebook, well, and it's all of them actually. If you pay through Apple Pay takes a percentage. Right. If you you go through, so it does get whittled down a little bit. But on the flip side, every little bit helps, and there's so much more equipment we want to buy. I want to build stuff and experiment with stuff, but that it all, I have to work too much, to make a living.
Well, that's the thing too.
If I didn't have to work, if I didn't have to go swing a hammer, man, I could build all crazy cool shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. If the million eyeballs that we've gotten in the last 28 days, the million of views that we've gotten over the last 28 days, if every one of those folks was sending a buck or a subscription or whatever, you and I could do this every weekend. We could be investigating and doing live broadcasts every stinking weekend. But until we get to that point,
I'd buy a big pickup truck, and I'd get a fifth wheel with a toy hauler, so all of our equipment goes in the back, and I would just drive from place to place.
That's the way to do it.
That's what I would do.
That's the way we do it. We'd have our whole crew in tow, and we'd just cruise from spot to spot. And for sure, that's the way. Now look at he's daydreaming.
Sorry, I was daydreaming.
Big Hair, thank you so much. You know how important you are to us, and we really, really appreciate every time you come into the chat room, you come in and you show your appreciation for what we're doing, and we hope we have expressed our appreciation for you as well, because we love seeing you, not just because of the contributions, that's terrific, but we just love having you as part of our community. Are we ready to start showing some of this stuff? This is going to be we've got some nuanced stuff. And the thing is, you and I were, talking about some of these things. I remember being there and actually having these experiences. And I'm anxious to see how some of this related through the camera and through the recordings.
Yeah, and Doug is apparently needing a catio, just so you know. So we have to book something in Ohio.
Scooter needs a catio?
Oh, he just redacted.
He took it away?
Doug, he just redacted. He took it away.
He thought you were going to bill him.
I think there was
He's like, oh, shit, he's going to bill me.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh,
he's going to send me
cheap.
He's going to send me a contract.
Let me tell you, I had someone call for a catio. They wanted me to enclose their balcony, right? And I'm like, okay, no problem. I figured out the materials and all that stuff. And it was about $2,200 to do it. And the guy actually calls me because I was dealing with the wife. The husband or boyfriend, whatever it was, actually calls me and goes, "Come on, man! I just need to enclose. Can't you do it for like $500?"
What?
I'm like, the material alone costs $1,200. I mean, I was giving them a smoking deal. It's like,
wow.
People don't realize this stuff costs money. Wood is not cheap. The netting is not cheap.
Yeah.
Nothing is cheap in life anymore.
That's right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Just let alone the gas to get there and do it.
There you go. Now it's back up with all the spellings right.
Okay. So hey, that's a reason to go to the Cleveland area. We can build a catio for Scooter and do an investigation somewhere close by. I think that's a.
The only problem is all my tools are on my truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I had a big pickup truck with a fifth wheel, I'd have all my tools on me, and then I could go. Not only could we look for ghosts, I could just go around the country and build catios.
Oh my
Hell, maybe that'd be a TV show too.
That would be an interesting show. That would be. All right, so we've been jibber jabbing here for a half hour. So we ready to do some of this stuff? What do you want to start with?
I guess I'm waiting for you. You're the one dragging your feet.
Okay, what do you want to start with?
Because you're scared.
I am. What do you want to start with? You want to start with the one I have?
You. Yeah, why not?
Okay, I only have one. So, and
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll leave you till the end. All right. What do I have here? I don't even know what I have. All right, we're gonna go with. It's funny. I put little notes so I remember, and then I don't know what the hell it is. So this is gonna be the long form. This is a long run. It's about 2 minutes, but we'll start and stop. I'll play it through. Everybody listen. So you're listening for the sword to be unsheathed at some point. There's also some it was like knocking, which we were hearing. It might come through okay. It might not. I don't know. But when we put it in the subscriber section on Facebook, we have a theory of what it might be. Actually, Mary Grace came up with it, which I think is pretty accurate. So that's kind of what we're listening for. It's about 2 minutes long. JV, tell me to stop anytime you want it to stop.
There's that noise again.
It's like a fork fill.
Is it coming from in the closet?
are we supposed to be watching you?
Oh, I guess I should fucking. I'm sorry. I don't know. Good thing I wasn't picking my nose because I thought I hit the right button. Apparently not. All right, I'm gonna start it again. Right off the bat, when it starts, there's a bit of noise, and that's what we were hearing, and then it happens again, and then it happens again, and then the sword unsheathing thing happens. So here we go. Let's try this again.
There's that noise again.
It's like a fork fill.
Is it coming from in the closet or the grotto?
I don't know.
Make a loud noise. There it is.
You hear that?
You heard
Do
it?
you know what that fucking sound is?
What?
That's a sword being unsheathed.
Oh my gosh! That's it.
That's what it is.
Oh my goodness! You are so right. That is crazy,
What do you
guys.
call them?
What do you mean? What do you call them?
Sabers?
Samurais.
Sheaths?
Samurai swords.
Samurai.
Samurai.
Samurai sword.
Isn't there talks about there being a samurai person here?
Probably.
Like someone, like a swordsman?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay.
I heard that too. Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, you heard that too? That
Yeah.
wasn't just me? Okay.
It's back in the cave.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
telling you.
The gatekeeper took me to the super duper private area. And he has some samurai swords up there and samurai type garments and flags and kimonos, and so that sound would make sense to this place.
Yeah, not just there. Everything around us is kind of tied into that tradition. And we've got swords on this table, and there are swords embedded
in this table.
But here's the weird thing. Whoa.
That was weird, because I was looking up there, and I saw this light up there before it made noise.
But we've never heard that sound before. The whole time we've been coming here, we've never heard that.
That shotgun mic is on, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you make another noise back there?
Did you hear that?
All right. So, did you hear any of that, JV?
I'm
Or did
having
you fall asleep on us?
No, I did not fall asleep, but I'm having trouble making out the audio. And I know that you put the little waveform symbol up in there when there's audio to be heard. Like I said before, it'd probably be better to put in parentheses what we think that sound is or something. But
I don't want to prejudice people.
Yeah, we do. I don't.
Oh yeah, we do.
I'm having trouble hearing it in this replay, but I do remember being there, and I do remember it happening in real time. And the funny thing is, not the funny thing, the interesting thing is that where we thought we heard the sword unsheathing from, that if you're looking at that screen, it's to the back left of the screen that we were just watching. That was the entrance into the grotto, and we started hearing all sorts of stuff in that back room, that grotto room. And are you trying to play this without audio? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, I'm just showing you. You were talking about the picture itself. So.
Yeah, just let it play without audio,
Or the
so
setup.
we can talk about it as it's playing, and the audio's not covering us up. So that back
Okay.
room, we were getting REM pod hits. We were hearing footsteps. We heard the sword unsheath. We thought we saw shadow movement back there. It was really, really active in that little walkway. And the funny thing is that when we spent time in the grotto, which would have been at the end of that walkway, we heard the reverse. We heard it coming from the other end of that walkway, where about where we're sitting right now in this video. So whatever was going on in there between those two rooms would shift depending on where we were. And I think it was this session as well that Mandy had a REM pod that the batteries had died. And she put it on the couch, which is, if you look over Britt's head, there's a painting on the wall, or a tapestry, something on the wall there. Just below that, there was a couch, and she set it down there. And the REM pod that had the dead batteries actually sounded as well, went off as well. So there's a lot that's hard to explain here. Sadly, I'm not hearing the audio. Maybe if we boost it a little bit, we might be able to pick it out a little bit better. Unfortunately, some of the voices are really loud, so it's hard to boost it without getting blown out by the voices. But either way, we should try, because it's tough to make out those sounds.
Okay, I boosted it by 9. We'll see what happens here. So right off the bat here, you're going to see the little waveform pop up, and that's a noise we're hearing. I'll just kind of repeat that a couple times. All right, any thoughts on that?
Gosh, I remember what it sounded like at the time, Britt, and it doesn't sound like that here. So I'm not sure what to think. It sounds like a click to me here, like just a little bit of a clicking noise. It does not have that same metal-to-metal ringing that we heard when we heard it the first time.
Which is what we articulated when we were there, that
Right.
It sounded like a fork dropping. Also, I just want to point out that Rudy Hernandez Jr. pointed out katana is the sword, I guess.
That's the name of a samurai
have.
sword. Yep.
Okay, so he's so thank you for chat coming through with the correct statement or the correct word. All right, I'm going to play it again. So we all heard it. Everybody heard it. So it was definitely a sound in the room, an audible sound in the room. All right, so, and I'm kind of waiting for chat. Does anybody in chat have any idea what they think this might be? Please chime in if you have thoughts. I know Mary Grace and Janice in the subscription, they have an idea what it is. I'm just kind of waiting to see what other people come up up before we spew that out.
The funny thing is that if I didn't know that we heard that in the room, so it was loud enough that we could all pick it up by sitting there in the room, it almost sounds to me like a strap on a camera knocking against the camera a little bit. It's got that tick, 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 like something's flapping a little bit against something sound to it. But I know I heard it in real time, and it wasn't like that in real time. So I'm not sure what to make of it.
Okay, we'll move on to the next. I think this is going to be the sword unsheathing sound.
You can hear that. Can you boost it a little bit more? As long as you're only playing that section, there's no other noises. So can you boost that a little bit more?
Yes, stand by. All right, we're gonna go for ludicrous speed of 14.
There, do you hear that? You heard?
What does that sound before? It
Make a
almost
loud
sounds like
noise.
Right there, do you hear that?
Loud noise.
That sounds like hands on the camera.
Loud noise.
No.
That
Not
right there?
No, that. So
Make a loud noise.
So make a loud noise. You hear Tyler's hands on the camera.
Yeah.
And then right when that Tyler sound stops, it's like a couple little, and then listen right after that.
Okay.
Oops, shit. Right there.
Make a loud noise.
Like a voice? Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah,
you
you
You heard it?
And then the sheathing sound.
Make a loud noise.
I didn't hear that before until just now. What do you? I mean, do you hear anything, or am I on crack?
No, I'm hearing something that sounds like a distant voice or something. It's kind of has that human voice quality to it, and then the unsheathing sound like a second later.
Yeah, I wonder what that is.
Gordon
right,
says.
want me to do it
Gordon,
again?
hold on. Gordon says he keeps seeing a shadow person running across. Gordon, be a little more specific. Let me know which part of the clip you're seeing that, because I'd like to look for it too. Yeah, I'd like to see that too if you're seeing that.
All right.
You hear that? You heard it?
You know what that fucking sound?
Make a loud noise. Make a loud noise.
You know, I'm going to play it again, but listen, it sounds kind of echoey, like it's in the grotto area. It kind of
The
has
voice
that
thing?
cave echoey sound.
The voice thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has that
Yeah.
natural room reverb to it, which would be like in that grotto for sure. And it's very, very subtle. If you're wondering, what we're talking about, if you don't have headphones on, you're probably not going to hear it.
Yeah. Well, Mandy says she hears it. Shadow figure running across. When you say running across, Gordon, are you talking in this clip that we're doing right now?
That's what I just asked him. I'm waiting
Or
for
was
him
it the
to. I was just asking.
Yeah. Well, he responded.
Oh, he did?
And he said the same thing, basically.
No, that was already there.
Yeah, 1 minute ago.
No, that was already there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just in the one. All right. Oh, yeah, he did it. Okay, so up above, I keep seeing shadow person running across and then shadow figure running across. All right, so I'm not going to listen. Now I'm going to watch in that background and see if I can figure out.
Make a loud noise. Make a loud noise. Make a loud noise. You hear that? You heard
Do
it?
you know what that?
Make a loud noise.
So I'm seeing in that little hallway between this main room we're in and going to the grotto, which is basically just to the left of my forehead right now. So you see how you see the curtain edge, and then you kind of see the white wall on the left.
Yep.
And then you disappeared back into the hallway. So watch that area, because that seems like it's fading in and out, the whiteness of it.
Okay,
But
wait,
I
hold
can't
on.
tell if that's because the
So going from the picture that's on the wall right behind your head, there's a little white strip, and then there's a black strip. That's part of the curtain, right?
right,
Or is
and
that
then
the
to
wall?
the left of that. No, that's the curtain.
Okay, so then to the left of that,
So
there's a
it's the
strip.
picture, the white, right, between the two curtains.
Right, that's between the two curtains, that
So
little strip.
That little strip, it's kind of dark in there. It's a little bit dark. But if you watch that little splot of white in between the curtains, which is in that hallway, I don't know if it's the camera moving back and forth that's kind of making that whiteness fade to black and come back, or if it's something moving around in there. But what's interesting is that the voicey sound that we're hearing sounds like it's echoey from the cave. The sheathing, I remember in person, it sounded like it was from the cave area.
Yeah.
So everything seems to be happening back in that neck of the woods. And then if you tie that together with what we experienced back there with Sean Farash and Mandy and that coffin and the things going off and the REM pods going off, I mean it's just, I mean, the whole place is active, but it kind of makes sense that there's stuff in there. So I will play that again, watch that section, and then we'll see what you think.
Make a loud noise. Make a loud noise. There, do you hear that? Make a loud noise.
Why does it look like that? Now, if you go back to the beginning of where you started playing this, just go back to where. Is that where it is? No, your head wasn't in the way.
Like the very beginning?
No, just the beginning of
beginning?
this segment you've been playing. Right there, I guess.
Okay.
Right there. That's too far.
So back up or go forward?
Go back just a little bit. Right after Mandy says something, whatever she says, she says something there, like make a loud noise or whatever she says. So you didn't go back far enough.
There, do you hear that? Make a loud noise.
Right there. Okay. I mean, I see a humanoid shadow in that space between the two curtains. It's not hard to see, which makes me think it's not what it is. But let's just look at it for a second. At the end of this clip that you've been playing, that humanoid shadow is in a different position.
Oh shit! Really?
Watch. Well, look at how there's no space between what would be the right side of that humanoid figure, or it would be the left of on the left side of the screen, the left curtain. There's no space there right now. Watch where it is at the end of the part of the segment you've been playing.
Noise.
Now look at the gap there.
Yeah. Is that a camera artifact or
don't know?
Is that actual?
What could that be a shadow of that the camera is generating? I don't see any source of that shadow in this image.
All right. So Gordon says that's him towards the end, probably the clip we're playing, and then it says, and then Cindy says, "I see what you're talking about." That's in Facebook, and then over in YouTube, Heather25 says, "Yes, agree, JV." I shouldn't have read that. Just make your head bigger. Cop says, "All I see is a glare from the candles."
Yeah, there's a lens flare on there for sure, Cop, and that's coming from the candles. But that's not what I'm talking about. You can actually see it in this still. It's right by the tip of the corner of your head there, and yes, your head has corners, so you can see that lens flare.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
There, do you hear that? You heard it.
Do you know what that fucking sound is?
It almost looks like it's moving even more after you start talking. Watch.
Yeah.
Make a loud noise. There, do you hear that? You heard it.
See it
what
moving.
that fucking
It's fucking
sound
moving.
is?
What?
That's a sword being unsheathed.
Oh my gosh! That's it.
That's what it is.
Oh my goodness! You are so right.
And now look at all that space in there.
Yeah. And if you notice, while we start to see that shape move as the camera is panning to the right, it doesn't recover when he pans back to the left, which tells me it's not a camera artifact.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. So I'm kind of people's in chats that are commenting. Can you sum up what you think we're hearing? What's going on? Because, kind of what we present to the gatekeeper is, kind of our group, our communal group decision making of what we're watching. All right. So
We haven't even
there's
spent.
another
Hold on, though. We haven't even really spent any time talking about this sword sheathing sound or unsheathing sound. That was the whole
true.
reason that you grabbed this clip, because you knew that when we were there, we heard what sounded like a sword unsheathing, and I think everybody can hear it. It's so very clear. It's it's that metallic noise when metal on metal, and it is distinct. And I can't for the life of me think of a rational explanation or a non-paranormal explanation for that sound, unless there was somebody around the corner unsheathing a sword.
All right, this is literally a 3-second clip of just the unsheathing sound that I clipped out. So the jump in audio is I amplified it I amplified it.
Are you stopping it manually, or is that the end of it?
That's the end of it. I
Okay.
literally just clipped out just the sound, so
Okay.
I could just
Because
and over and over.
even in that little clip, it seems like at the very end, that shadow is starting to move again.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. We'll have to check that out more when we go back. But I mean, it just reminds me of a saber or a katana just being unsheathed. That's shing
Yeah.
sound.
It's got that ringing, metallic ringing to it. So, Cop
Yeah.
said sword thing, sure. Cop, so here's the sword thing. Shadow moving might be the camera moving vantage points. Shadow source could be the back of the chair with the multiple candles, which I fully understand, Cop. Here's the thing
Could be.
that makes me not so sure that could be the explanation. As I pointed out before, when the camera shifts back, that shadow should shift back with it to where it was at the beginning of the pan, and it doesn't. It actually, look at it. Wait, hold on.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
So it was
look
like
at that!
this?
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
I mean, it's worth a little bit of a freak out there.
You're such an asshole.
But it does not shift back as the camera moves back. It seems to be independent of where the camera is. So that's what makes me a little more suspicious that it is not some type of shadow coming from our vantage point.
Interesting. All right. But the fact that it's still there right now as we've rolled in, we got to go back. The reality is we got to go back and look at that. We
Right.
got to set the camera back up and see if
Right.
we can recreate it,
Right.
see what that is before we move forward with saying it's
Yeah.
something. Sorry.
Well, you
My beer's
drunk all
giving me the
one
hiccups.
one beer and you got the hiccups now? What the hell is happening over there?
Hey, I'm old now. It just, hello, Deborah Lee. Hello.
Deborah Lee.
All right, so the next
Deirdre?
Deborah Lee
Deidre?
in YouTube.
Deidre.
Deidre?
Not Deborah.
Oh, is that Deidre?
Yes.
It's
It's D.
Deidre.
It's D.
I'm drunk.
D.
Leave me
D.
alone.
I know you are. All right, so
I
that's
am
pretty
drunk.
cool.
Leave
That's
me
a pretty
alone.
cool clip. And the funny thing is that we're seeing things now that we didn't even realize had happened previously.
Yeah, and the reason we noticed that is because why am I drawing a blank? Gordon saw it and made it.
Right.
And we went back and looked.
Right.
This is why we do this with you guys, because everybody sees different things. Focus, So this is why we like to do this and have you guys help us. And we thank you for coming and helping us. We really do appreciate
Hey,
it.
Amanda, good to see you. We love having you in chat, as you know that. And I love seeing Slacktastical show up with, what's the first word Slacktastical offers in YouTube is DiMaggio. Exactly.
DiMaggio. I should get a T-shirt made with that on it.
We absolutely need a Joe DiMaggio T-shirt. We will have all these eventually.
And
promise.
then we should have his headshot on it, like it's superimposed over his headshot,
Joe DiMaggio.
so people will understand. Yeah. All right. Screw all you people. All right, moving on to the next. Here we go.
Like a swordsman?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay.
Like a swordsman?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay.
I mean, is that camera sound but we don't have a lot of stuff that hangs off of our camera.
Well, we don't. We have a few cables. We have a few cables that do. And if depending on how Tyler's moving the camera between his hands, I mean, that's a possibility. Don't we have a static cam on this?
I don't have access to that.
Well, you didn't ask for it either.
That would be the.
You didn't ask for it either.
I know.
Bottom line is that I think we do, so we could check. We could look.
But that's the security. That's the DVR camera, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean check and see if anything's hanging off the camera?
Right.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. You know what, though? I should pull. We do have a digital audio recorder on that table rolling. I wonder if that would have it. I'll have to find that and look at that. And Deidre, something dumb Britt said, I assume.
She knows Britt.
That'd be pretty fucking accurate.
That's too funny.
That would be pretty fucking accurate.
That one is
All right,
that
moving
one's
on.
really
Let me,
that one's a really difficult. I'm not actually having trouble. I hear little ticking noises, and that's about it. Is that what it's supposed to be?
Okay.
So when I say okay, it starts and it's kind of underneath. I talk over it with the okay part, and it continues for I don't know, maybe a second.
Probably.
Like someone, like a swordsman?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay. Did you?
Probably.
Like someone, like a swordsman?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay.
That click, 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 click.
Yeah,
Did you hear it?
I did hear the clicking. It almost sounds like mouse clicks. Now, nobody's got a mouse in their hands here, so
No.
that can't be that. But that's what it sounds like.
So what's interesting is that Mary Grace and Jan, I think it was Janice. They were saying, is it possible that it's those wood sandal shoes that the female Japanese servants to the samurais would wear?
The geishas?
Is that what they're called? The geishas?
That's in my.
But they had that. But they're wood. They're bamboo wood.
The
so they make that
girls are
click,
called
click, click sound.
geishas. The girls are called geishas, not the shoes.
Oh, the girls. But whatever the sandals are called, that's what over on the subscriber side. That's what they were kind of surmising that it could be, is those bamboo wood sandals sound like something kind of because they kind of clop. They because they take such short steps. So I mean, maybe it's that. I don't know. That's where they were going with that.
Maybe that's a tough one.
I don't know.
That's a tough one. What I want you to play it again, and I want to look at the shadow in the back room because it's still there. Is this before or after the first clip? Do you know, like time in the time sequence?
This is. Yeah, we're going consecutively. So
Okay.
we're just rolling down the time sequence. So this is after.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like someone, like a swordsman?
Yeah.
There's a lot. Okay. Did you hear
That
that?
too, yeah. I heard that.
Okay, you heard that too? That
Yeah.
wasn't just me? Okay.
It's back in the cave.
Oh, Jesus.
Telling you.
The gatekeeper took me to the super duper private area. And he has some samurai swords up there and samurai type garments and flags and kimonos.
Listen, I don't
and-
know what the hell
so
that thing
that
is in the
sound
back.
would make sense.
I don't know what that shadow is in the back there between the curtains, which would be in the hallway between the room we're in and the grotto, the cave room. I don't know what that shadow is, but it's moving around. The fact that it's just there and it's still there makes me a little more suspicious that it's something that's not paranormal, just because you know we don't usually have a shadow figure or any type of phenomena just be stationary like that for such a long period of time. But having said that, it is moving. It is not just a shadow of something stationary from the candles. If it was a shadow from the candles, because those candles are flickering constantly, if you watch them, they're moving all over the place, that shadow would be flickering too. And there's no other light in here other than the IR light, of course. Actually, we're not even using IR here.
No, we're working off of the of the candlelight.
Yeah, we wouldn't be in color if it was an IR. So, yeah. So there's not an IR shadow, and it's definitely not coming from the only light in the room, which is the candles, because if it was the candles, it would be flickering with the candle flickers, and it's not. It's not moving with the camera panning back and forth. It's moving independent of that. That's a really interesting anomaly that we've got here that is really hard to explain.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to look at that when we go back for sure. All right, I'm gonna scrub forward to the next whatever the hell it is that was in here. I went to. Okay, come on, catch up.
Can you make another noise back there?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Now, to me, like right before that sound happens, maybe a quarter second, it's like there's a breath being let out. Again. And then that whatever that sound is, that knocking sound, which we just asked, I mean, Mandy just asked, can you make another sound?
Right.
And then there's another knocking. Now, remember all that noise we were hearing coming from the witches coven room?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if that knocking was out of that room, because remember that's when we opened it up, put the recorders in. What we're at right now, this is when we left the witch's room after putting the recorders inside of the witch's box. So all that knocking sound that we heard in the recordings that were on one of the recorders.
Oh, right.
I mean, are we hearing it out here?
Right. Yeah, we'd have to sync up times on that to see.
Yeah. So right here, right there, right here, the voice, and then there's the sound. But it's wicked faint.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got for this clip. What is wow? How long did we spend on this? Jesus, we spent 20 minutes on this clip.
Yeah, at least, yeah. We've been on for over an hour. I think we spent the first half hour just chatting.
Wow.
So about a half hour on this.
So I don't know. It's an interesting roll of stuff. Where are we going here? It's an interesting roll of stuff in that one clip, in such a short amount of time. I mean, I think the sword thing is huge, and I think it goes with the room, the table, the sword, the whole accoutrement of the facility. So, and we heard it, and it's like, what the hell? So
And that shadow thing. So really what we've done is we've set the stage for when we return to Ura Shrine. We know what we need to look for. We need to set up equipment to see if we can duplicate, catch, explain, debunk, whatever those things. Now we may never hear the sword unsheathing again. That may never happen again. I don't know. That was pretty unique.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was interesting. And Mandy said that many times that they've been there investigating, they've never heard that. So there's that. All right. Next clip.
All right.
What's the next clip?
Oh yeah, you got another one?
I got one more. It's an odd sound.
Okay.
An odd sound.
What was that? What was that?
I heard that.
So we heard it. You heard that doing that?
Yeah, it
that
sounds
like water
I was just
dripping
gonna say,
into
it
a
sounds
toilet.
like water dripping into a bucket or something is what it sounds like.
What was that? What was that?
I mean, it was the only time we heard it the whole night. I mean, is it possible that a big drop built up on the ceiling of the cave and then dropped into the jacuzzi thing, and it was just a one-hit wonder?
Yeah. I mean, obviously we heard it at the time because I say, what was that?
And Mandy said that she heard it.
Yep.
So I don't know. Interesting. And then I have one clip I have here. I have no idea what it is. I can't.
Well, before you
go ahead.
move on, play this one again from the beginning. I want to look at it more than listen to it this time.
Okay.
What was that?
I heard that.
One more time.
What was that?
Now, okay, so go back to the beginning of that. So when you look at that, that's the mirror behind Mandy, which would, from the other video
Right.
clips that we were watching, it would have been to Britt's left. So it would have been right behind the cameraman, basically. That's the mirror. And I'm looking back into that corner. Well, that's the wrong corner, isn't it? That corner that we see there is the one that leads out of the building, not the one that leads back into the grotto.
No, that does. Because remember, you're let's go over here. Let's go over here.
Oh,
So it's on. You're on that wall right there.
Yeah,
Which
okay.
goes to it,
okay. So that is the
and
right
you're on
one.
yeah.
So I'm looking at now. Look how completely pitch black it looks from this angle. Looking at the mirror, right?
I'm turning the audio off so we can play it.
Can you? No, you can't hover a mouse over that.
No.
So the little strip of light wall or whatever we see, that's not between the curtains, right? Isn't that the wall next to the curtains?
Yeah, that's the photo, the tapestry above the couch, then the wall, and then the beginning of the curtain, which is the entrance into the grotto. And then that little bit of discoloration, I think, is the gap between the two curtains, because then it starts on the right side with more curtain. And then again, the whiteness is the wall on the other side.
Right. The white is the wall on the other side. So we can't really see into that hallway from this angle in the mirror like we could from the straight on shot when we were pointed at it, right?
Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Come on.
There it is.
See,
Yeah,
now,
look how.
here we can see it plain as day. The gap between, with the little humanoid shadow figure, the gap between those curtains, you can see. But over here, over in that mirror image, you can't see it. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain as to why that. What's a logical explanation for that? Why is that?
That's really strange.
Mandy, which clip is it? The clip that's up right now that you see the shadow behind JV? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there is a shadow. What was that shadow from? Oh, is that is that from the candles on the wall? And you're just moving, JV?
Well,
yeah.
There is something that's coordinated with. Wait, do it again. No, it's Mandy moving. I mean, it's Chastity moving.
No, it's not.
It's Chastity moving, I think.
All right, but look at that. Look at that back room. It never picks up light. So, but yet this one.
Hear that?
You heard
Do
it.
you know what the fork fell?
Is it coming from in the cover or the grotto?
I mean, look at all that light that's in there.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. That's weird.
It's really strange.
Yeah. All right, I have one more. I can't decipher my notes in the way I named this, so I don't know what the activity is. But we'll listen to it. It's only oh shit, it's a minute. Let's see what happens.
What's that?
This looks like the same clip, but you did it in portrait. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Is this place like a vacation destiny for you? Like a place you pilgrimage to?
That is weird.
What's that?
That's a REM pod.
That's her REM pod in the back. Oh, shit.
That's the dead REM pod.
And the flame, look at the flame.
Right.
It's really, that flame indicates either something's going to happen or something is happening.
Right.
Well, that was
It's
the most
usually-
natural thing on planet,
Yeah.
fire.
They usually there's a flame and the ball lights up, then these things go crazy or in some fashion like that.
Okay, so I just want to clarify.
There it goes. There's the ball.
Yeah.
And the flame.
And there goes the
Look at
cake.
His voice.
Oh, hell.
Okay, so we got a lot of energy going on. I know what I wanted. What did this voice?
Oh, hell.
Okay, that's the opposite of that. Sorry.
Oh, hell.
All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go back to where this shot is on us on the table. I want you to frame by frame it as it goes by the door that leads out. As this camera swings around right there, was that the door?
Yeah.
Is that the door out? It's right to the right of that.
That's where the REM pod is. Yeah, it's just to the left. The door is just to the right. So that's shooting the couch.
Yep.
Where the couch ends, where the dead REM pod was put because it wasn't working, and then decided to start working again.
Right. Is that the door out? We go by it really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not.
I just want to see if there's anybody standing there. Anybody out there?
Yeah, it goes by too fast. But we do have the DVR camera out there that we could see.
Oh, that was pointed at the shrine though, at the Oni shrine.
Oh, I think you're right. Shit.
Interesting. Anyway.
His voice.
Oh, hell.
Okay, so we got a lot of energy going on. I think towards the end here is something with the spirit box.
Crazy.
You come to this place.
It's all around us.
Flame.
That is only one flame is doing
Okay,
that.
back
That
away,
is acting
back
like
away,
somebody's breathing
back
on it.
away from all the devices. Just let it reset. Is this... I think they're reading my mind.
That went off at the same time as the one in the corner went off, and now that flame is dancing.
Listen, I'm feeling some electricity over here.
Awesome. My question is, the pilgrimage to this place, is it the land or is it this tables? That's what I'm going to ask. The reason you are here, is it because of this table?
Isn't it?
Maybe it was just all the activity that was going on, which is why I clipped that out. I don't know how to explain this place, JV. I mean, I've never seen activity like this bouncing around a room.
Yeah.
All the equipment going off at once, and then going off one at a time, and then going off in the middle and the edges, and then this place is insane. I cannot wait to go back.
Yeah, well, that's what we
And
need.
when we go back, we got to have a bunch more equipment.
Yeah, that's what we need to do, and we know better how to focus our cameras, particularly the static cams, and our audio recorders and all that stuff. I mean, we've got a much better understanding of what this place offers, and that way we can target it better and maybe explain some of this. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, well, that's all I got for tonight.
So I have one clip. I have to say, I've been editing through the Brownella Cottage night number 2, and there's some interesting stuff in there, but it's not the same kind of stuff that we caught the first night with the burst EVP sessions with the what dog and all that stuff. It's not quite the same mysterious stuff. There is some neat REM pod hits, that kind of thing. But we also had that internet outage during the middle of the live broadcast that we wrestled with for about a half hour. That kind of interrupted things. But either way, this one clip is when I interviewed Tanisha Pickering, who's the executive director of the Galleon History Center. She's the one that actually invited us and played host to us when we were there investigating. I interviewed her on this channel, my interview program, earlier in last Thursday. And one of the things she asked me after the interview, she said, did you ever get to review the Estes method session that the two boys did? We did a double Estes method. Each boy, when I say boys, I mean James and I mean Tyler, had separate devices on, separate spirit boxes on. And Mandy was asking questions. I think Riley asked a couple questions too at Command Center. And we were trying to see if they would get similar responses through those two separate spirit boxes. They didn't get a whole lot of responses all the way around, and I haven't gotten through the whole session, but there was something going on that was curious enough, and we noticed it at the time. Tanisha wanted to know what we thought of it. So I don't have a long clip of it here, but I do have a clip of it, and let's see what everybody thinks here. Now, this is a produced clip because I took it and then I replayed it and I put a circle in it so you could see where the anomaly was. So it'll play kind of twice. We'll talk about it and we can play it again if we need to, but here it is.
Wait, what?
He's there. Guys, I don't like that.
So here's the replay.
Wait, what?
James is in the back. He says, "Wait, what?" And look where that circle is.
He's there. Guys, I don't like that.
Now, there's a couple things that are interesting about that, which made us very curious about this clip. One is that this all happens when James hears in the spirit box, he's there. And then this anomaly starts to pulsate where that circle is. And then James goes down and reaches for that leg, the leg that's closest to that, as though he feels something going on that leg. With all that information, watch it again.
Wait, what? He's there. Guys, I don't like that. Wait, what? He's there. Guys, I don't like that.
And it was starting to make him feel very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think shortly after that, you came down.
Yeah, that's right, I did.
You straightened Tyler out.
I did.
We had to make the hostage video look better.
But it had that sequence with that pulsating light happened a couple times throughout this whole Estes Method session. I just got to the beginning of it in my editing process, so I'm going to go through more of it as I can. It'll be difficult now because we're heading out to Missouri, but we'll see what else we can catch there. But I do know this. Tyler wasn't getting any hits. He wasn't hearing anything.
Nothing.
And James was hearing a little bit, and a couple of things. I think toward the end, it started to get a little bit menacing. I remember him becoming very, very uncomfortable to the point of he was like asking to be taken out of there. And instead of taking him out of there, you meanie just switched the two of them. I think it was what you ended up doing.
Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
And we also switched the boxes to see if Tyler, is it the boxes or was it James, And then when we flipped it, Tyler started getting some stuff, but then the box that was in Tyler's hand that was giving nothing started giving James stuff. So I think James is a little more connected. James has, compassion and what's the word when you feel for someone? Empathy. James has empathy. Tyler does not have empathy, and I think there's something to that James is more open to feeling other people's pain or messaging or whatever, and Tyler's just basically a dick.
There you go. Nice.
I don't know how else. I don't know how else to say it. Tyler is just he just does not have a lot of empathy in him, and that might be why he's more of a grounder than being open to these signals coming in.
Yeah, maybe. One thing that we did not, I don't think we ever played or showed either on our subscriber section or during one of these wrap-up broadcasts was, and I'm just going to throw this up here. We can let it play for as long as we want to, but when we show up at a location, we get a tour by whoever has invited us. And this is Tanisha, again, the executive director of the History Center that runs this and owns this property. She's walking us through, but you get a chance to see the building and the interior of this building in the daylight. You can actually see how beautiful it is. And I remember we were really, really struck by how gorgeous and how well preserved this home of Bishop Brown was. Pretty cool place.
Yeah, and I do put these up for the subscribers to see, and then right now we're not playing the sound, but basically Tanisha's telling us what's going on, what the claims are, etc. And this is what you get if you're a subscriber. You get access to this kind of stuff, and then you can put that together with how the episode comes out. Might make some stuff make sense more, but also it's just a cool behind the scenes tour of the place.
Yeah.
And as a subscriber for $4.99 a month,
yeah,
you get access to this.
Do you realize that $4.99 a month, that's less than a cup of coffee anymore? If you go get a coffee in the morning, you probably pay $6-7 bucks for it now, right? $4.99 a month.
Yeah.
As a subscriber.
It's just $4.99 to turn my truck on nowadays.
Scooter says, JV, James looks like an extra in a Western getting ready to rob a train with that bandana over his face. Oh, there is one more clip that you may have seen before, And I think it's worth playing one more time before we end the night here, because I think it's such an important moment in the Brownella Cottage investigation.
We got a lot of different people on the portraits. Are those people that live here or relatives? Whoa! Somebody's upstairs. Jeez, turn this thing off.
Upstairs.
Dude. It's somebody. It's
somebody too.
I did a Biden. Leave me alone.
Falling up the stairs.
Yeah, come on, going.
Classic moment.
Man. While it's on you.
And that great shirt.
And I got a new cat. Oh, I love that shirt. I've had people ask me where I got that shirt from.
Seriously?
When I wear it. Oh, yeah. People ask where I got it from because they want to get it.
It's a great shirt. It's really a great shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was an awesome shirt.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Once again, thank you, Big Hair Tsunami, for the super chat, and thank you, Janice, for the stars in Facebook. All of it is very much appreciated.
Yes,
if you can
thank
see
you,
your way,
thank you.
If you can see your way to subscribe, particularly on Facebook, anybody who enjoys these broadcasts, and I'm not particularly talking about these wrap-ups, but really the live investigations that we do, if you could subscribe and help us out, it would be very, very much appreciated, and we already do appreciate all of those who have done it so far, so thank you.
Yeah. And smash the like buttons. I mean, we got a bunch of people watching and the likes are a little low. Smash that thumbs up, the like button, whatever. It helps with the algorithms, know that this video wants to be seen, so it'll put it into the paranormal track type of thing. And that helps us out and helps the show out. And yeah, so make sure you're smashing those like buttons, hitting the little notification bell if you want to know when we go live, because we tend to go live sporadically for this kind of wrap-up stuff. It's not on a set schedule, but yeah, so hit the notification bell.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We have trivia to do. I forgot about this. This is one of the things I promoted.
Oh, Jesus.
So we got to do some trivia.
Yes, you did. You were about to lie to people.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I almost forgot.
Lied to people.
It's been an hour and a half. I figured you've had enough, but we have to do some trivia. We'll do 10 questions. All right? So this is going to be well, it's everybody plays. Britt, don't answer too quickly because we need give chat a chance to respond, okay?
What makes you think I'm going to answer correctly?
Well, correct or not, I don't want you influencing chat. All right, so our first question here is I can't read this. It's so small and there's not enough light here. Which popular movie is about a group of paranormal investigators and is known for its catchphrase, "I ain't afraid of no ghosts"? Which popular movie is about a group of paranormal investigators and is known for its catchphrase, "I ain't afraid of no ghosts"? Wow, chat is on top.
Slacktastical's got it.
On top of this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Slacktastical, Scooter, all jumping in with the answers. Baroness, Andrea,
Baroness, yeah. Cindy, Marty.
Nice job. Everybody knows this one. You guys are, I don't think we're going to be able to.
I think
Amanda.
I think the question should have been: is Ghostbusters one word or two words?
What does your brain tell you? Heather knew.
I don't remember, but I noticed in chat there are a handful of people doing 2 words and a handful of people doing 1 word.
Yeah,
I think it's 1 word, right?
Ghostbusters is 1 word.
There you go.
Okay, question number 2. Here we go. Who is? I'm going to ask this. I wouldn't have known the answer to this because it seems a little bit subjective to me, but I'll ask it anyway. By the way, I didn't write these questions, just so you know. Who is often considered the father of modern ghost hunting and is known for his paranormal investigations in the early 20th century? I may have heard of this guy in passing, but he's not somebody that comes up in regular conversation.
So it's not J.V. Johnson?
Definitely not Britt Griffith or J.V. Johnson.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, Kathy, that's
Hans Holzer.
That's it. Hans Holzer is definitely.
Oh, I was close.
That's not the answer. But that's what Kathy.
Well, that's what I was going with, Hans Holzer.
Yeah, that's what Kathy said. But that would have been more in the 1960s and 70s. This is early 20th century. I'm just going to give the name because I don't know that anybody's going to know. This is Harry Price. Do you know Harry Price?
Is he related to Vincent Price?
No, I think it's related to hairy balls. I'm not sure, but
Oh my God.
okay, next one. We're moving on.
Wow.
All right.
That's a me joke.
I
not
know
a
it
you
is,
joke.
and I'm surprised you didn't say it when you said, is he related to, and I thought you were going to go hairy balls. Okay. In paranormal investigation, what does the abbreviation EMF stand for? Chad, I'll be very disappointed if you don't get this one 100%. Heather, you just heard of them? What'd you say? You heard of Harry Price recently? Interesting. In the world of, what is it? In paranormal investigation, what does the abbreviation EMF stand for? And as the answers come in, Scooter, yep, you got it. Andrea, yep, you got it. Slacktastical.
While we're waiting for answers, if you're on TikTok, give us a follow at Paranormal Reality TV on TikTok. We're up to 375 followers.
Nice.
We only started this a couple weeks ago.
That's cool. That's good. Nice to see growth there, too. EMF. All right, yeah, everybody's pretty much got it. The answer is electromagnetic field. All right, next question. Here we go. What is the name of the popular paranormal reality TV show where Zach and his team of investigators investigate haunted locations? Again, I did not write these questions.
Ghost Hunters.
You know what's funny? Well, I won't even. I'll talk to you privately about that later. What is the name of the popular paranormal reality TV show where Zach and his team investigate haunted locations?
Looks like everybody's got it.
D's like, oh,
Deidre
please.
Lee, oh, please.
Yeah, I know. Good job. Everybody got that one.
But is Ghost Adventurers one word or two words?
That's 2 words. All right, next question. Which device is used to detect changes in temperature and is often employed by ghost hunters to identify cold spots associated with spirits? And it's kind of a oh boy.
Oh, I'm tired. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I get it.
And I got a flight tomorrow night. I leave at
don't even.
1:34 a.m.
Yeah, you got to get on an airplane and then snore for 4 or 5 hours. I got to drive 18 hours. Yeah. Well, you're the one that was bitching. I just have more to bitch about. This is another one of those questions I think is a bit subjective. There are a lot of devices that probably could fit into that field or into that definition, but I'll ask it again. Which device is used to detect changes in temperature and is often employed by ghost hunters to identify cold spots associated with spirits? And the answer, according to this list of trivia questions, is the infrared thermometer.
Holy shit, Mike Ratette's in the chat. So for those that don't know Mike Ratette, he was a long-term camera guy on the original Ghost Hunters run. He might even still be doing that. I'm doing great, Mike. I hope you're doing great. I love following you on Facebook. Looks like your life is taking off like a rocket.
Yeah, Cindy, we're excited to visit Cooper Hill. So thank you for your hospitality. We're really looking forward to that. All right, moving on with the questions. Okay, what is the traditional name of a person who can communicate with spirits of the deceased? What do you call a person who can communicate with spirits of the deceased? Are these too easy?
I mean, it's kind of fun.
Okay, all right.
You know.
Okay.
I mean, it's feeling. You know, I mean, it's kind of fun. I mean, yeah, they're easy, except for the one with the Godfather guy, the Patrick dude or whatever his name is.
Oh, Harry Price. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's got this one. Medium. Yep. Speaking of mediums, remember that intuitive medium Mandy can be found on Facebook, one of the Ghost Sisters. She'll do readings for you. All right, next question. What type of spirit is often associated with teenage children, particularly teenage girls? What do you call that spirit? Usually a mischievous kind of thing.
It's crazy. Facebook will not let me reply to individual people that are posting.
Why?
I don't know. I'm hitting the reply button, and it's just it's like nothing's happening. It's like I'm
weird.
banned or something.
That's weird.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay, everybody's got this poltergeist. Yes, yes, yes. All right. What term is used to describe a ghost that appears and shows itself in full or partial form? What do you call that? What do you call that? What term is used to describe a ghost that appears to show itself in full or partial form? Yeah, that's right, guys. Apparition. You guys got it. Can't stump you guys. What ancient board game is sometimes used by ghost hunters to communicate with spirits? And I think the word game in there is a little bit of a misuse of that word. I don't think it should be a game. And I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. And before it was known as by that name, it was known as what? Throw that in there. What is it commonly called when you're not using that copyrighted name? Monopoly. Yeah, some say Monopoly contacts the dead. Oh man, yeah, it's the Ouija board. It's been called the witch board, spirit board, all sorts of things. Let's see. What type of haunting is it where past events are replayed like a recording without a intelligent response? What type of haunting is it where past events are replayed like a recording without an intelligent response? What do you call that?
Me in the morning before coffee?
Yeah, well, I'm not even sure coffee helps you with an intelligent response. I'm not sure what that window is. Oh, wait, do that face again. Hold on. I need a screenshot of that. Hold on. Wait, do it again. There we go. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, you guys.
That'll end up somewhere.
Yes, it will. You guys got all that. Okay. Let's see. Just a couple more here. No, we won't do that one. That's boring. What type of entity? No, that's boring. Okay, here we go. This is kind of not paranormal, but what is the name of the famous haunted hotel located in Colorado that inspired Stephen King's novel, The Shining? What is the name of the famous hotel, supposedly haunted, in Colorado that inspired Stephen King's novel, The Shining?
Is it the Mount Washington Hotel?
Yes, the Mount Washington.
No, it's the Shanley. It's a Shanley Hotel.
Speaking of that,
or is it the Rhodes Hotel? We gotta. I wonder if the Shanley will let us in to do our show. I mean, we like to live stream. I wonder if they'd let us live stream from there. I wonder if they have internet there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys got it. Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado. Great place. Britt and I have spent half of our lives there, it seems.
Oh, my God. I got so... Oh, man. Because the crazy thing about the Stanley Hotel is it's like a mile high. And it's even more than a mile high, I think. But one drink really equals 3 drinks because of the altitude difference.
Yep.
So you get drunk fast. And I did some stupid shit up there. I got so drunk, and then we went out driving. I wasn't driving, and then Jay was like, "Hey, get out and chase that elk."
Oh, I remember. We videoed
one of those stupid YouTube videos.
We got all that stuff on videotape.
Oh my God!
Because you'd wake up in the morning, you'd go outside, and the front lawn and all in the parking lot was like a herd of elk, like probably 1,000 elk, and they're big. They're big animals. And they're all over the place.
And dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm out there fucking trying to ride one.
Angie says the Stanley, where I met Britt. We met a lot of people at the Stanley.
That is true. I mean, we met a lot. Let's see, I got to see. Do I remember Angie? Oh, I remember Angie, yeah. That was a long time ago. That was a lot of fun there, though.
Okay, next
That place
question.
is active.
Yeah.
But now that they got bought out, they're not really into the paranormal anymore.
No,
so,
they're not. They discouraged that. They were really into it for a while. It actually saved them from shuttering and probably being torn down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. What term is used to describe a ghostly phenomenon in which a person sees their own body from an outside perspective? What term is used to describe a ghostly... I don't really call this a ghostly phenomenon. I think it's something a little different, but okay. What term is used to describe a ghostly phenomenon in which a person sees their own body from an outside perspective? Yeah, see, that's the thing. This is there's a lot of different answers to this question. See, so doppelganger, that's a good answer. That is seeing your double, basically, or basically another being that's identical to you or imitating you. Absolutely. Out of body. That's what this was going for, but I don't think that's the right way to describe it. I think it was too vague, and it's not really a ghostly experience, but the trivia writer said out of body. All right, next one. Next and last one, Britt. Here we go. Stay focused for another 60 seconds. What is the evidence that results from asking questions into a recording device and then listening afterward for disembodied voices? What do you call the evidence that results from asking questions into a recording device and listening afterward for disembodied voices? What is that called? And if you're putting the abbreviation in, tell me what the abbreviation stands for.
I don't know.
And Britt will buy you a hamburger, whoever gets this right, the next time he sees you.
Oh, I will I?
What do you do? You're like in another world. We tune into what we're doing here?
I'm working the audience in chat and stuff.
I don't think you are, because I don't see any comments from you. So nice try.
I'm actually looking at.
Yeah.
Anyway,
everybody knows this. You guys got this. We couldn't stump you. You guys are too smart. All right, that does it for spooky trivia tonight.
Wow, how long did we go for tonight? 2 hours?
We're at an hour and 45 minutes right now.
I mean, Jesus, we were like, yeah, we'll just do a half hour, just talk about this evidence and move on.
I know, it always happens.
Oh my God! Anyway, here we are, 8:13. I still got to go pack because we have an interview in the morning on Sirius XM,
that's
and
right.
then I have to go work all day, and then we have another interview tomorrow night on Dirt Road, Ghost of the Hogs. Well, what's the name of it?
Paranormal Brew.
Yeah, that one, Paranormal Brew. So fun times, and then I fly tomorrow night.
And then we'll be converging in Missouri, and we'll be live Friday and Saturday night with our investigation at Cooper Hill. Looking forward to it.
Cooper Hill. We're doing 2. There's 4 buildings on this property. We're doing 2 of them.
Is that right?
I think the right.
I'm not sure.
Well, we're not. Are we doing a different one a night?
I don't know. I until we get there, I'm not even really sure what to I don't know.
Whoa. Wow, mark this day down the counter. Mr. Planner doesn't have a plan.
Well,
I'm going to love this. Is going to be fun.
I haven't been there, and I don't know what the layout is. All I've got is the little bits of information that Mandy has passed on. That's it. That's all I got.
All right. All right.
Well,
we're going to wing it. Have a good time.
No, we're not doing that. We can't.
But again,
wing it.
smash that like button.
Wing it.
Smash that like button on all the platforms. If you're on TikTok, give us a follow over on TikTok. That'd be awesome. Hit the notification bell because we go live not on a regular basis or on a time schedule, which drives JV nuts, so everybody knows, but I kind of like it. Driving him nuts, that is. And, share with your friends. And for those that have subscribed, we truly, truly thank you for that. For those that have not, if you've got a little, you can help us so we can do more investigations. That would be amazing. Also, if you're on Twitch and you're an Amazon Prime member, you can tie your Amazon Prime to our channel. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it gives us a little something to help offset some of these costs.
Absolutely, and well said. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you in a couple days live from Cooper Hill.